All right, what it do, y'all? Your boy is back on the grind another time. I'm in the garage. Oh man, it's been a minute since I've been in here. Crazy. I've been just so busy with clients, which is a blessing. You know, same story and all, but everything. But man, I've been really busy, so I haven't had any time to work on the LSA build on the Caprice, man. But I look at it all as a blessing. I'm glad I'm able to continue to still work and continue to just shoot, man. Just make a lemonade out of lemons, you know? I mean, we've been throwing these crazy curveballs and everything for a year now, and I've been able to sustain and grow and keep it moving. So with that being said, I'm glad I'm busy, and I'm glad this got pushed back, but I'm also glad that I'm able to work on it again now because I really want to get this done. So anyways, you guys, pretty much where we left off is where we left off. In the meantime, I really haven't been doing much. I've been really having a hard time trying to locate a blower belt right there. And I think I was able to finally get it just now. I test fitted it, and I think this one is gonna work. I don't know why I had such a hard time trying to find it. I measured and everything, and I don't know, man. I guess my measurements might have been off or something. I really don't know, because this is actually probably the 4th or 5th belt that I've gone to, and then I've measured like a couple times, and then finally I was like, screw that, I'm just gonna just try to buy something. So it's been a challenge to really find a belt to fit this. I really don't know why. I actually had to go to Gates's website and then see exactly what length of belts that they have, because I needed to get somewhere around a 47-inch belt. The last couple belts that I got in was a 46 and something, and actually they were both around the 46 and something range. Those were too short. However, I was getting closer. Then I tried this 47-inch that actually O'Reilly's carried. Again, I found this belt on Gates's website because, I don't know, the guy at O'Reilly's couldn't find it for me. So I found this one, and I think this one will fit for me. So let me turn this camera around and kind of show you what I'm talking about. All right, you guys, here we go. So as you can see, I have been painting. I painted these outside, and I just kind of stuck them here to dry in the meantime. So this is my bracket for this right here. So this was actually a washer wiper fluid reservoir that I had in my Skylark. If you watched my last video, I'm just gonna use it as a reservoir for my my coolant that flows through the brick here. So that actually turned out really good, and I'm gonna mount that right here. So we'll talk about that a little later. You guys can reference my last video, but this is the belt right here that I've been really having a problem with trying to get, and a couple of them have been too short. I got one that was too long. I had to order 2 of them online because O'Reilly's didn't have them. Those ended up being too short, so I'm gonna have to send those back. Then O'Reilly's ended up having this 47-inch, and I think it's gonna work. So this is an 8-rib belt. It's a 47-inch belt. I had to go longer because of the adapters that I have in between my blower and the heads. LSX Concepts actually sends you a belt, but since I was using adapters, they don't account for that height, and the belt ended up being too short. Per the instructions, when you put the belt on, it kind of looks like this right here, a little bit loose, and then the tensioner will help to keep it tight. So I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and try to put that on right now, and then kind of see what that looks like. So I don't know, you guys, now I'm second guessing myself because I reread the directions, and per the instructions here, there should be very little tension on the belt. Like they say, the belt should be tight. It says install the Supercharger 8-rib belt. Belt should fit tight, getting it onto the pulleys. You should have very little slack with the belt installed on the pulleys. You should have to roll the belt onto the lower pulley as seen in the example below in the 2 images. So you can see here, looks like when they put it on, it looks like it doesn't fit. And then there it fits. So I don't know if they have to roll it on or not. Now this is another belt that I ordered online. I could only get it online. And this is a 46-inch and 3/8 belt. It almost seems like I need one in between, but if you look at this illustration here, And then if I go ahead and try to tighten it down a little bit, as you can see, it kind of looks like almost what it looks like on the illustration. A little bit. This might be a little bit shorter, but I don't know, that looks pretty close. So I think what I might try to do is see if I can get this on. Maybe I'll try to turn the crank or something and see if I can kind of roll it on. I don't know, you guys. Let me just see what I can do. Well, I'll be damned, you guys. That belt went on. The one that I said it was too short, this was, where did I get this belt from? I either got it from eBay or Amazon, one of the two. And it ended up going right on. Well, it didn't go right on. What I did, and I was trying to film it, but I didn't have my stand and all that, so it is what it is. But it actually went on in about 10 seconds. What I did is I mounted it just like they said to, but then I took my wrench, my long wrench here, and then I put it in the harmonic balancer, and then I put it on like they said, so it was almost on all the way, but there was no way I could get it on by hand. That's why I thought it was too short. And what I did is I put it on like they said to, but then I turned the balancer, turned the crank, and then kind of held it there, and it allowed it to kind of just basically go on track, and stretched it out for me to get on. Now when I actually remeasured it again, and it was right about 46 inches more or less, and this belt right here is actually 46 3/8. So and it's pretty dang tight, and that's what they say, that it should go on and there should be very little slack in it at all. So now it just says install the belt tensioner and just kind of go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, and I'm gonna try to film as much of it as I can. All right, you guys, so it says go ahead and apply some blue Loctite on the threads here. This is the puck right here that you put on, and it's actually has some studs right here that you put in. Looks like this is like a locking piece so the tensioner doesn't spin. So this little nub goes inside there, and then this is where the bolt hole goes through to the bracket. So it says install this here and slide this through. Let it go in. And that's good there. And to torque this down to 25 foot-pounds. And it takes a little like Allen key. So I'm gonna slowly. Here. And I put blue Loctite on it, so the red stuff didn't. So the red stuff doesn't lock it in place. And then they said you need 2 people for this, and I can see why now. Because the tensioner here has to be pulled back, and then you have to be able to install the pulley behind it. And so that's why they say you need 2 people. So I'm gonna see if I can attempt to move this by myself and put the pulley on and everything by myself. It says to move this to full tension, and then slide the belt on, or excuse me, and slide the pulley on, and torque the pulley down to, screw the pulley down to 15 foot-pounds. If you're unable to torque to spec because of the position, carefully tighten it by hand. Improper torque of the bolt could cause failure of the tensioner or pulley. So I'm just gonna try to just maybe do it by hand first and see if I can. So let's see if I can. Yeah. Okay. The belt's in the way in the back. Dang it. Oh, it's gonna be a challenge. Hold on. I'm gonna have to move this belt in the back because this belt is hitting me and it's not hitting it, and it's not allowing me to, it's not giving me room to put it on. So I'm gonna see if I can kind of move this belt out the way a little bit. See if that helps. Round 2. I don't know, you guys, this might be a pain in the butt to do. Ah. All right, you guys, so I had to loosen this belt to get out the way. It was kept binding and hitting the pulley in the back, so I couldn't screw it on. So let's see if I can do this again. It's definitely going to be a pain. Let's see if I can make it happen. No, there's no way I'm going to be able to do it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need another person.
Unless I just try to muscle it in.
Nope. They're gonna let me. Whew. All right, you guys, so I have an idea. I've been trying to put it on with the nut and stuff already inside like that. I'm just having problems with it. The belt is really tight, and it won't give me a whole lot of slack. And they said it's supposed to be really tight, so on there. So what I think I'm gonna do is there's a little lip or a flange or something that this actually sits on, and it's about probably about a 1/2 inch wide. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is put this on first without the nut. Let's see if I can get it to stay, which, ooh, yes, that worked. And this goes inside there on the other end. So this is about how deep that little flange piece is on the other side. Let's see if I can get this to screw in. Oh, yes. I think it's a success. All right, so it says tighten this bolt to 15 foot-pounds, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get my torque wrench back there. I can't even see back there. What a pain in the butt. I'm just gonna try to eyeball it and tighten it. See if that works. And there it is, you guys. It's in there. Pain in the butt. I'm gonna put this belt on. As you can see, the tensioner indicator looks like it's right in the middle. So that's good news. So maybe this belt was the correct belt the whole time. And they say this is supposed to be really tight. I know a general rule of thumb is if you can get a 1/2 turn on these belts like that, and it gets a lot tighter from that 1/2 mark, then you're usually pretty good. But they say this one was supposed to be really tight, and I can't even get. I mean, I'm about a 1/4 turn and I'm good. So shoot, y'all, I think we got it. I think we got it. So maybe ordering that belt wasn't all for naught. Any more steps here? Carefully tighten it by hand. If you need to disassemble your supercharger drive for any reason, remove the tensioner, idler pulley before attempting to remove the belt or tensioner in the same way it was installed. And now it says installation is now complete. guess I'll go ahead and kind of attack that portion, which would be the reservoir right here, and then I'll see if I can go ahead and make this work. So the water from the lid would come in right here. I'll cut a hole here, put a port there, and then one coming out going to the pump, and then from the pump to the heat exchanger, from the heat exchanger back up to the lid. So let's go ahead and see if I can attack this. All right, you guys, so I got the holes cut out here, and definitely made a mess from the shavings here, but I just use this little step drill and then use this little grinding tool. I don't know if they call this a carbide bit or whatever. And I was able just to kind of hollow it out, and that's kind of what it'll look like. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get all the shavings out of this, and then go ahead and go from there and to see if I can install my fittings. All right, guys, so I got it all rinsed out and got all the shavings out that I could, hopefully. So this is what I got here. Gasket right there. Gasket goes on the other side. Actually, you know what I should probably do? Let's put the bottom one in first. See, the reason why is, see, I don't know if you guys can see, but down in there, see how it's kind of like up at an angle? And so since it's up at that angle, kind of like that down there, then I would imagine, let's see, how high is it? I would imagine that I would have to kind of keep the water above this level for most of the water to come out. And I don't know. I just don't want to risk it, so that's why I was thinking about putting it in the other way. I don't think it'll look the best, you know, kind of like this, but I mean, it is what it is at this point. I don't think it's probably gonna look that bad, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these on, and then I'll be right back at you. All right, y'all, so I went ahead and kind of finished a lot of this stuff up off camera. These, I just wanted to make sure they were sealed really good, so I put some Teflon tape on them. I put some Teflon tape on this, and then I screwed it in, and then I just didn't like how it sealed, so I put some paste on it too, so that way it can dry. Tightened it up. What I might do, I'm gonna go ahead and just roll with it right now and just kind of see if this is gonna leak or not. They have these gaskets here, and I think they're probably gonna hold and be okay, but what I might do is put some sealant on the inside of the gasket, both in and the inside on that one as well, and then hopefully that will help alleviate any types of leaks or anything like that. So I think I should hopefully be okay. What else, you guys? Oh, I put these fittings on there also too. These are Dorman brand. I got those online, I think on Amazon. I put the part number in my previous video, so check that out. They're 90s because I want them to kick out over there. What I might do is go ahead and just run these hoses and just kind of see what it looks like, and just go from there. So let me go ahead and maybe try that out, and then I'll get back with you. All right, y'all, so here it is. Now, I ended up doing all this off camera. I kept getting hung up, and I had to go to the store about 2 or 3 times, and it was kind of hard to film and figure out where I left off and whatnot. It just came, it just ended up being a pain. So I was like, you know what, let me just do as much as I can, and then I'll just catch you guys up at the end. So just to go over it, I got all the hoses and everything in my makeshift reservoir, and all the heat exchanger and the pump plumbing, all of that pretty much done. I just don't have all the lines secure yet, but they're all routed and kind of just are gonna be where they're gonna be for the most part. So just to go over it with you here real quick, all this is 3/4 inch hose. I just get it from O'Reilly's. It actually comes pre-packaged. It's about $7 a roll for about a 6-foot roll. And I got these from Amazon, 90-degree bends here. So it comes out, the top portion out, wrapped nicely behind the alternator to the top of my makeshift reservoir. Again, my fittings that I used right here. And these are just 90-degree bends. Again, I ordered these off Amazon. Now that'll feed all the water into here. It'll also make it easier to burp the system, and if I wanted to put ice in it or something like that to cool it down, that should be good. Even though it's plastic, I think it should be okay. But you know, if not, if I'm seeing high temps from it, then I'll address it then. But anyways, it comes in, feeds, then it'll come out this portion. And I have it feeding down through this hole that I had cut already for my previous Supercharger piping. I actually enlarged the hole a little bit back there, and I put that little piece of rubber hose. That way it won't do any chafing to this hose here. But I'll clean this all up. I actually was thinking about maybe cutting this and really cleaning it up to make it look nice. And my original plan was just to leave this here, this hole here, and then feed the intake pipe down in there, but we'll see. I don't know. I have a new one of these as well, so if I have to put the new one in to kind of alleviate that hole, then I'll do that. But I just wanted to run this hose down there for now. So it's coming in, out, down to my pump. So it comes out the bottom here. Now I got to get under the car. So as you can see, it comes out up there. So up here, it feeds over the top of the core support, and I have it spliced there with a 3/4 inch coupler or connector into a 90. Now I had to do a 90 because I wasn't able to feed the regular length of the hose up to the pump because of this piece on the heat exchanger right here. That bracket wasn't allowing me to put a straight hose there, and as you can see, the 90 ended up working. It's just a pre-molded heater hose that I got from, again, O'Reilly's. So it comes up to the pump, the end portion of the pump. Then I have the hose coming out, and it goes all the way over to the other end of the heat exchanger, and it wraps around, again, the other end of the bumper support there, and wraps in and under, and it'll go right there on that fitting that I have open right there. I just don't have it cut to length yet, but it'll go there. It'll feed all that water or coolant through the heat exchanger, come out, and this is the point where it's going under here, right by the core support, between the core support and the frame. And I'll put another piece of either protection around the hose so it doesn't chafe against the core support. And then that comes up right here, as you can see, wraps around nicely around there and feeds right into the bottom portion there. So I'm really happy with how it came out, and I think it should be great. Also on this reservoir, there's the rubber gaskets there. I actually put some RTV on the back side of the gasket, and then on the back side of the gasket that's inside of there as well, just for added assurance. I ended up doing it anyway, you guys. So that's just my OCD. But yeah, I think I'm really happy with that, and I think it's gonna look great. Tensioner, as you guys know, is on, and that actually turned out really good. So the tensioner is on, so all my accessories is pretty much done. I just got to now run my power steering reservoir and all the plumbing for that into the power steering and the return line as well. Other than that, y'all, man, shoot, that's really it. Now I can start putting in my throttle body and all that stuff, and the piping and all that I'll have to order. I do have my Supercharger piping as well. I think that's 3-inch or 3.5 inch, but the truck style pipes I think are all 4-inch. So if I can't order that, you know, right away, then I'll just use my normal piping. I have a step down coupler that I use, so that goes from like 4-inch to like 3.5, and I'll just use that for now if I need to. So we'll see. If I need just to get the car going and started, then I can just use that with all the pipes that I have. And then other than that, it's just really just cleaning up the wiring. All the wiring is extended except for some of the sensors like the TPS, the IAC. I might have to extend some of those, but I was waiting to do that until I got the throttle body on, and just really just clean stuff up, you guys. We are almost there, and I think now that I have this done for the most part, I can start really start making waves on this, and hopefully this thing will start coming together. So shoot, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to definitely get you guys some content. This is the first time I've been able to work on this car in a while, so I'm glad I was able to do so. And shoot, that's really it as of now. So if you guys are just new to the channel, definitely think about subscribing. Hit that notification bell, you guys, so when I drop this video or another video, you guys will definitely know. There's definitely more to come on this, and I have to do the fuel system still, the throttle cable, I have to work on that, and some other odds and ends, but shoot, man, we're getting there. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the night, take it in. You guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Y'all stick with me. Hey, we got it, y'all. I'm out of here. Deuces.